Good morning, this is Rebecca here with Rebecca Hoot, and I am back with a video to go through a flip through of my creative planner. And I got this idea from Celeste with Precious to Me, and she came in and she hand painted one of her ring bound planners. I think she did a recollection. This is a recollection also. So I was completely inspired, and so I came in here and I painted this. I did a video on it, and I have been filling it up with all sorts of goodies. And as far as working into the planner, I have started working. What I mean by that is, to me, this planner is meant for my goal setting, for my business, for my creative business, for me being a creative entrepreneur. So I really wanted it to be a place where I could fill in all of these things that inspire me, and also really start jotting down notes of what's in my head as far as the different phases of, to me, what is creative entrepreneurship. So and I'll go through this as well. And one of the prompts that what I fill this up with also comes from my one little word, which I'll be I really sat down and worked on that this weekend, which I was so excited to get pen to paper and really start setting goals. I know it's end of February. It's been a kind of a rough start to 2018. Not bad, just sickness and busyness and, life in general. And so, and I feel like, I'm okay with that because, first of all, did I have a choice? It is what it is. It's end of February, and but I'm feeling good about this. But I have been showing little bits and pieces on Instagram and Facebook, and I just wanted to come in here and show you guys a flip through. And then I'll kind of be going back and forth on. I'll show you also, which I plan on doing another kind of a flip through of that once I get more into place on my one little word. And I kind of followed the same process. I painted the outside of my ring bound binder planner, and actually I'm obsessed with it. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see these in lots of pictures, and so I'm in the process. I have a blue one that I'm about to paint. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to do this for my budget because I have yet to I've already got a background for it. This is also, this is from when I was using it as my planner, but this is also a recollection planner, and so I already got my background on it, and I'm going to do a girl, and then I also think I'm going to do another one for self-care. So yeah, I'm a little obsessed. I love them. I love that I can get very creative and paint on them. So, but I will be happy to share my steps if you guys are interested. So, so this is, the planner. Now, one thing I have noticed, and I'm going to show you real quick. This is one I did for, this is my one little word, and this is a Carpe Diem. I really like this planner a lot. I mean, I have to say I kind of almost like it more than the recollections because it's softer and it was so much more easier to paint on, and I don't really know why, but I put a clear coat on mine because as you can see, this one started flaking a little bit, and I didn't put, oh, you know what, the other thing I did on this one, which was not good on my part, was I put down a chalk paint as a base. Bad idea. So I think that was part of my problem, was I shouldn't have put that chalk paint down, and I don't really know why I did that, but I've been starting out with my gesso, and that has really made a difference in this one. And then I also did, you know what? I'm sorry, I take that back. Maybe I did the chalk paint with the other one. Anyway, don't use chalk paint, bottom line, because it flakes. I mean, it was just, because it's a chalky type paint. So, but I've been using which I use on all my canvases to put, to paint them, and when I put my papers down. So this is the paint that I put a sealer on it. So, and it's been it's not sticky, it's not like decoupage or anything like that. So this has been very nice. The only thing that I've noticed when you use this, when you paint your planner, is when I use my, these Jane Davenport, I love these little mermaid watercolors. They will see right here, you can see that I kind of like it. I mean, it kind of added a little bit to the background, but they will smear. So when I put this on, I kind of put a thick coat, and I ever so lightly brush it on because it will smear. The other thing that smears is my which they say they're water resistant, but these archival ink, these Pigma Micron. If you can see that, maybe. I know if you've kind of dabbled in kind of stuff, I've been using these forever. I use these on my canvases, but I don't know, when I use this on top of with this, it's smeared as well. So I started using a very fine point black paintbrush and black paint to do her outline, and in reality I actually like it better. So you can see this was kind of for me, this was a test drive, so to speak, for painting on this type of planner, and you know, it's kind of hit and miss. You learn from it, and yeah, so I'm happy with it. I think she's beautiful, and I really am thrilled on the inside of it, of me being able to just kind of add little tidbits, especially if you're a journaler or you have, you know, anybody that loves paper, collects all sorts of papers, and so cuts things out, keeps things, has tags, has journaling cards. So this really was a place that I can store these things, and I'm really looking forward to getting my other ones on the way too. So let's get started. So yeah, it is lots and lots of junk journaling style. Of course, I love that, but let me make sure I got it in the camera, and I'm gonna take a little sip here. It is morning here, so I'm enjoying my cup of coffee while I'm journaling and talking to you guys. How fun is that? So, okay, so these are actually little tags that I just put in. They I bought these at Hobby Lobby. They were like on clearance for like $1, and so of course I love all the sparkly glittery sequins, so I just kind of took they had some little other pieces here, but I just put it in here because I wanted to really view the sequins. And this is my little wand I made with the tassels, and a lot of these are just kind of papers to fill in to make kind of a creative, colorful background. And of course, this is one of my favorite clips ever. I used to have her business card. I will find her. She's on Etsy, but if you Google Rainbow, she also does little cute hats, but crochets, and it's so cute. And so this is like one of my favorite clips, so I put that in there too. Plus it's very, very colorful. These are basically, I just cut out the size of, I took a template from other inserts that I had, and I just started making different colors. I wanted this more like a real colorful floral, and so these are just ones that I've cut back from there. This was a tag I had created. You can kind of see it coming up right here. It was kind of a junk journal, junk bow tag type, and I just glued it in here. Actually, I used my mini stapler. I don't know if I have it in here right now, but I've always said that's my favorite tool. My Tim Holtz stapler. It is my favorite tool, and so so I use that a lot throughout this whole thing because it really is secure, and they're tiny, and you can see I put them all in here. So and then one of the things that I really was inspired by Celeste is that she used words that not necessarily that say, you know, blog or website or Instagram or anything like that, like where you would kind of almost feel like that would be your steps, because that's the kind of stuff that's part of my goal setting. You know, every year I kind of sit down and set goals for myself. But excuse me, this is actually, you know, she said, you know, she kind of put different things on here, and I said, you know, that is a great idea, because wander, you know, one of the things that is part of my New Year's goals is to, you know, make little, not necessarily, when I think of wander, I might also think of like taking little side trips and taking the side roads, or, you know, having yourself daydream a little bit more. So that was kind of what prompted that. And you can see the other ones I did, and this is actually from the Reset Girl, but it says, shine your light, amazing girl, create art, pure love, share your gifts with the world. So those are my tabs that I created, and again, that's part of my journey, I feel. So I also put my quote. This has been my, there's lots of great scriptures in the Bible, but this has been the one that has helped me through a lot of things. And actually, I talked with one of my Girl Scouts moms, and she was talking about the same quote, and it's like, isn't it amazing? Because I don't suffer, I shouldn't say that, but I get excited. And with the excitement comes anxiety and kind of nervousness, and I think it's a very common thing. It's not like it's, you know, it's just I get real wound up, you know, instead of like staying calm and everything's going to be fine. I get real excited, and I used to get so excited and intense that it would create migraines. And so I've suffered from migraines for many years, so I just kind of have got to learn to be still and know that I'm God. He's in control. He has it. You don't have to stress about it. You don't have to get overexcited. And sometimes it was happy excitement, and it wasn't like I was just, you know, worried about something. So anyway, going back to that, I've had this hanging in my kitchen for many, many years, especially with kids too. You know, I feel like sometimes things can get a little overwhelming, but knowing that He's in control helps tremendously. And I just wanted to have that as a reminder. This cute little, and this is adorable, this little sparkly unicorn. This is from Shamel. She still does scrapbooking, but she has her own line now. This is also from her line. It says Glitter Girl, and it says Think Crafty, and I just love that. She's winking at you, so I just love that, and I pinned that in here. I did include a photo of myself, and I did a, this is recently around Valentine's, but on Instagram it had the thing where all the confetti fell, and also one of my things, I've always done like little cupcake girls, and that was my first series of art that I did, so I kind of wanted to also create a place where it's a party, it's a, you know, it's sweet, it's and you'll see as you get in here, I included a lot of little cakes and things like that. So, and here's one of my prints. She believes she could, and she did. That is one of the most popular little desktop prints. I can't keep these in stock, it seems like, but basically this is a piece that I would typically put on a wood block. I was going to see if I could show you one. I can't believe I don't have one on my desk. I recently redid my desk, so. But anyway, they're little wood blocks that I saw in my shop, and so this was one that I had. And then this is a little, I don't know where I got this, but it was so pretty. It was a little, just a little bag, and so I put washi along the side, and I just punched in holes, and I've kind of keep little bits and pieces of ephemera in here, and paper, so that way I have it if I'm ready to get creative, or I want to tip in some things. So, and then you can see Alice in Wonderland, which you'll see that coming up soon. This is my goals. I have not really filled that out. Like I said, I've just kind of been in the process. I have my goals set in my one little word planner, but you'll also see I break my goals down by subject matter too, and you'll see that here in just a minute. And then I go into another one. If you didn't see me create these tabs, I think I did in the other video. I basically just took lace and or maybe I didn't put that in the video, but I basically just took lace and I put ribbon, and this is that eyelash ribbon. If you ever have gone to Hobby Lobby, I love this stuff. You buy it by the yard, and I have a lot of that, different colors, and it's really so fun, and I've created jewelry with it. I've created ornaments and things like that, so that's one of my favorite things. But this is just a purple lace that I had. Okay, so this is my little Alice in Wonderland little layout, and it says tea time, and I'm just going to give a hint that there may actually be a kit coming out that is not Mary Engelbreit, sorry, that is Alice in Wonderland. So I'm just going to be keeping that under the hat there, under the Mad Hatter's hat, but moving on. So then this is just, these are little actually notepads, and I just punched holes in them for all my note taking and things like that. This is a little card that I picked up at my local grocery store. They have a fun little boutique inside the grocery store, and so I kind of want to write myself a note in here. I haven't done that quite yet, but I did clip that into my my creative planner. This is a little die cut from the Reset Girl, and basically I love this. You are the only, no one in the world like you. So it just kind of reminds me to be, be who I am, be original, don't be compare myself to others or trying to say, oh, well, that's working for them, maybe it would work for me. And as an artist, I think that it's very important to keep to your oneself and remember that, I kind of go back and forth on, especially if I see someone create something and I'm like, oh, I should do something like that, but really keep to my own style, because that's who I am. So that's just kind of a reminder on that too. And then I just clipped one of my business cards in there. This was part of the January kit. I love that no matter what people tell you, words and ideas can change the world. And I just love that quote by Robin Williams. I created this on Instagram. I don't know if any of you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys follow me there, but this was done in my stories, and I basically just took took Elsa from the February kit, and I put a bunch of sequins, and I ran her through the heat laminating machine. And then I still want to put like a little quote on the back here, but I haven't done that yet. The next tab is Create Art. It's a real Work Hard, Stay Humble. I believe that's a Heidi swap sticker. And then I just kind of put, this is Good Finds. This came in a Happy Mail, and I thought, I could always put like even this in there, like, so that looks cute. I'll just keep that there actually. This is my happy place. This is where my sweetness comes in. And I do want to put like a quote here on being creative. I haven't done that yet, but again, like I said, it's a work in progress. This was a cake that I painted. It was inspired by Daphine's Diary cover, this past magazine that she had out. More notes, more sweet stuff. And this, I love this. I don't know where I got this. I used to order lots of like paper, and I still do occasionally, but where you basically get a bunch of vintage papers. And this is like a little ice cream bar. How cute is that? And I just stuck my little star wand in there. And this was more of like just a creative journaling page. I just kind of wanted, this is a to sparkle. It was a little feather, and then I used Growing Metals stamp to put on there. But you mustn't be afraid to sparkle. What does it say? A little brighter. I like that. Again, lace here for the tab, but that's cute. And then this was this is a little paper clip I received in a Happy Mail from one of my good friends. One of my really, really good friends that I've known since like 7th grade. She's so fun. She likes to send little things too. And then, just more or less, like, see, I'm just kind of clipping things in. I've had this for so long. I have no idea where it came from, but I just love the arrow. I love the word. This is another tag that I created using a cutout from I think I probably printed it out from a vintage dress pattern. And so of course, I just kind of cut her out and put her, on the tag, and put her in there. This is Braz's cupcake die cut that I had, and so I just kind of put it in there, be bold. I just added lots of colors. And this is kind of where I break down my goals for the year. And this is again taking notes from my when I write out my goals for the year. I kind of actually tell a story of where I've been, what I want to succeed at, where I see things. So these are just kind of where I break down where my creative business, the pieces of my creative business. So blogging, I really do want to start blogging. I used to blog all the time about 4 years ago. And that was when I had a different website and everything. And I'd like to get back. I'd like to talk about my art journey, because I'm going to start doing some different things within my art. And so I just think it'd be fun to talk about it and get it out on paper. Computer. So the blogging, YouTube videos, I really do want to up my YouTube videos, become more like consistent, because I know that I haven't been, but it's so much fun, and I really enjoy inspiring and doing things. And I love when I get comments that, oh, I love this idea. So I do want to inspire others to get creative as well. I have an idea for stationary travel kits. This is my desktop art wood blocks. I'm wanting to learn how to kind of market them more. They do really good at art shows, but they're so cute on your desktop, so I'm trying to figure those kind of things out. And then I have Instagram, which is, kind of my big social media platform. Then this is another little, I love the pencils. This is from the Reset Girl, and I just love the pencils because, of course, it just reminds me of being creative. And then this was one that I created using, it was just a few weeks ago for Valentine's, but I just love this little guy, and so I just made a little layout with him. And then this is a perfect place to put like either a quote, a scripture, a picture, anything like that. So that's what's so fun about this, is you can just continue to add to the pages, and as you're inspired, that's what my whole plan kind of behind this is as I'm inspired, I can just start adding different tidbits in there. This is a vintage card actually I had, and so I just clipped it in there. Again, this is something I kind of want to write something to myself about where I want to be, what I want to do, those kind of things. This is another layout. By the way, cute carrot pin, right, hint, hint, maybe in this next, in the garden kit. And then this is again, just another one of those, look how fun that is. Another one of those little tags that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And so it just says, hello dreams. These are ultimate goals, life goals. And then this is a quote, let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not leave you astray. I love that. I think I put this out on there as well. This is from Susan Branch, that talks about writing. And then the rest of it is just basically notes, places I can pull these out. I can write goals. I can write, oh, this is what my plan is, those kind of things. So lots of that in there, because you know we're going to be needing that for my creative mind. And then, excuse me, and the last thing, these are actually, I went to a retreat type, it's a glamping retreat. I'm doing another one coming up with the Reset Girl and Crafty Destinations, and so I got these with her, and this was great for goal setting, and because I am going to be putting together a vision board in my my one little word planner, and then I think I'm also going to probably, again, I feel like this whole planner is a vision board, but I have lots of ideas, especially for the budget and the self-care one. So these, I just want to keep these where I can find them. I know if I'm not so organized in my sticker department, but I've been carrying them around for a while since I first got them. So there you have it. There is my creative planner. I absolutely love it. I am so inspired by it. I can't wait to continue to fill it up, and especially with the new kits coming out, I have so many ideas, and so I wanted to show you where I'm putting a lot of my inspiration. And before I let you go, one more thing I wanted to show you real quick. Just this is one that I'm working on. I'll do a flip through shortly with that, but this is what I mean by what I've written out. This is what I've been, what I've done, what my thoughts are. So this is part of my one little word, and my word this year is learn. I don't know if anybody, so I still have to continue writing in this, but I'll be doing a flip through of that too. And then well, I wanted to also talk about what I do if I don't have my creative planner with me. This is my everyday planner. So if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you realize that I recently, just actually 2 days ago, I traded in my vehicle, and I brought my planner with me and my purse. I cleaned everything else out, and I put this in the back seat, got all tied up in the whole purchasing of a new vehicle, drove off, came home that evening, and I went to go look for this because this has so much of my brain in here, and I was like, my life is in here, and I realized I left it in the back of my car. I traded in. Oh my gosh, I was so upset. Maybe I cried. Okay, I did cry. And my husband laughed because he thinks it's so funny, and I was so mad at him after that. And I text the salesman like at 10 o'clock last night, and I'm like, you don't understand. He goes, well, we'll look for it on Monday. Well, Sunday after church, I drove over there. It was just me going to church, and I drove over there, and I got out. I'm wearing blue tights, you guys, with my little leopard outfit, and I'll see my car, and I'm like, I just have to know it's there. That's all. I mean, it's fine if I can't get it till Monday, but I just have to know it's there, because I was losing my mind, because my husband was telling me, It's in the, I looked through the car. There was nothing left in the car. Well, I looked through the window and there it is. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I'm just going to see if the car's open. And it was open and I snagged my planner and I think I might have jumped for joy and kissed it. I'm sure it's caught on camera. I'm going to have to call the salesman today and say I totally broke probably the policy of like not going back to my vehicle and getting it out. But I could not function without this thing. So this is not by all means beautiful to look at. This is lots and lots. Look at all this. It's just me writing notes, setting goals from week to week. This is a Bando planner and I kind of made it my own by putting tabs in. And then this is my, isn't the paperclip cute? I gotta make me a St. Patrick's Day one. But I literally, and then I do my months right here. But I mean, it just has everything in there. So this is basically where what I've started doing is putting these sticky notes in here. And so this is today. And so that way every week I make goals for myself. And so, but this is all my kit information. Everything was in here. And so anyway, that's that. But I'm just so excited to have it back. And I know as planner girls out there, we know, or anybody that keeps a planner or an organizer knows, to lose this, it's like your mind and your, you know, everything that you, because I sit with this on my desk at all times and I'm constantly writing in it, or I love sticky notes, so I can put my sticky notes and write them in there. So anyway, I just had to fill that in because that was my story from the weekend, and it was, yes, in return, I'm just so happy I got it back. I would have been devastated. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll be back, I hope, with some more fun videos, and I'm anxiously ready to get started on my budget and also on my self-care. So I will talk to you soon, or I guess I will see you soon, and thanks for watching.